Hold on. I'm going to go back up. Okay. We getting down there. Okay. Here we go. Okay. So, he started having his... Yeah, y'all screen record this. He started having his infatuation with the son. We know ain't nothing bad about the son, but just listen. Listening to them conspiracy theory type things. He just started coming out and being in the sun, trying to get closer to the sun. The elder Washam told Fox 10 News on Friday, hours after a judge set bond for his son totaling $800,000. Washam said his son has no criminal record except for a misdemeanor arrest in Saraland for possession of a marijuana joint and no history of mental illness. But he added that the small change he had noticed became more dramatic in the few days before the incident. He said Damien switched to a vegetarian diet and started using metal kick bars to block the front and back doors from the inside. Now, the only thing weird they said in this paragraph is him using metal kick bars to block the front and back door. Him going vegan and getting more sun, wasn't nothing wrong with that, but look how they worded it, though. Let's keep going. This the father. We never had any problems out of him, and then all of a sudden he started acting paranoid, I guess. Still, Washam said he had spent the day with Damien on Sunday and everything seemed fine. He said he left the house on Moosop Road in the 8 Mile Semis area about 20 minutes before the incident occurred. He said he was going to get some food and called home, but not reached anyone. Now, Washam is the defendant's daddy. Washam said his autistic son Desmond then called with news that was hard to process. He called me and told me mama died. Damien hurt mama, he said. The Mobile County Sheriff's Office alleges that Damien Washam used the sword he recently had purchased to kill his mother, 61-year-old Helen Nettles Washam. The defendant also critically wounded his uncle, George Washington Nettles, a 52-year-old bedridden man with cerebral palsy. Desmond Washam, the one who informed his father of the attack, suffered cuts to the wrist. The defendant then led law enforcement and authorities on a 20-minute chase before they managed to stop his Honda Accord on Alabama 158. All right? So they basically saying that, hold on, let me flip it around. They basically saying, in the article thus far, I'm going to show y'all where they said my name. They basically saying that this son was watching all these conspiracy videos on YouTube, and he was going out getting more sun, and basically this was weird to the dad. His son was getting more sun. He became vegan. That shouldn't have been weird, but it was to the dad. So that show you how low vibrational that household was, and he was in anyway. You get what I'm saying? Now, far as him saying the son started like trying to guard the front and back door with like workout equipment, that's really weird, but everything else wasn't. So basically they saying the son then got a samurai sword, and he went and killed his mom, which that ain't what I represent at all. You feel me? I would never promote no shit like that. I love my mom. I'm not with that. Now, I'm sorry to hear that his mom transcended, because I don't know the mom. She could have been a good soul, spirit fall. I don't know. But don't try to, I ain't got nothing to do with that. If he did that because he did that. That has nothing to do with me. But let's keep reading the article, y'all. Okay, so we right here. Hubert Washington said his brother-in-law had surgery for his wounds and remains hospitalized. Mobile County Assistant District Attorney Madison Davis said during the defendant's bond hearing Friday that the attack came after a verbal altercation between him and his mother. She said prosecutors have information that the defendant was trying to purchase a gun before buying the sword. We can't say definitely whether, he was planning this attack or if it's something that just got out of control that day, she said after the hearing. Hubert Washam said he does not believe his wife and son argue. So Hubert is the daddy. This the daddy talking. The daddy said he believes his son, notwithstanding his lack of history of mental health, was not right when he picked up that weapon. He said his son had not contacted the family since his arrest. He said he has spoken to him only once when detectives handed him the phone. He didn't sound like himself, the father said. That's when I realized he possibly had some kind of mental something going on there. He wasn't making any sense. He sounded crazy. Mobile County Sheriff's Paul Birch said his agency continues to investigate the crime. Pay attention to that, y'all. Continues to investigate the crime. He said investigators have not determined a motive and have not determined whether drugs played a role. Legally, he said making those determinations are not necessary. As for whether the defendant is exhibiting signs of mental illness, he said he has no basis to judge whether his conduct was unusual compared to his typical behavior. Washam told Fox News 10 that his son, so this the son told the police when he was in custody basically that he had been using cocaine and crystal. Instead, here we go, y'all. Instead, this the father, y'all. Instead, he placed squarely on the, pay attention to the words. Instead, he placed the blame squarely on the videos his son had been watching. He showed one to Fox 10 News made by JAMAL RASHAD, who has posted a number of Black Power videos on TikTok. I'll read that again. For the people in the back.